Xander Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and I am on a roll doing these deck profiles for Digimon, getting ready for the hyped release for BT22 cybereden. And in today's video, we are going to do another Tamer mashup video for a deck profile, just to give you guys, I'm trying to use a little bit of all the newer cards with some, splash of old stuff in it. That way you guys can kind of get an idea of what some of these Digimon cards can do. But like I said, just use this as a, base to go off of and then build the decks how you guys would like to. But in this one, we are combining Rie and Kyoko to make a really cool, fun deck, and then adding one copy of each Amy and Yugo to the decks, right? I am really hyped for these new tamers in the deck, but let's start off with this. This is a Lordknightmon, Alphamon, Rie and Kyoko deck profile. We are starting off with just one of the Yugo. I think that this is just a generic CS tamer. The Yugo and the Amy Iba are going to be the tamers that you really want to try to get a lot of copies of, because they're going to be generic support for the CS decks, right? You're going to throw them in all your CS decks to try to help you out. It says, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card of the CS traded among to your hand, return the rest to the deck bottom. So it's a searcher for CS cards, really, really good, and it only costs 3. That's not bad for 3. And then your turn, when any of your Digimon or tamers with the CS trait would be played, by returning this tamer to the bottom of the deck, reduce the play cost by 2. So then letting you, get value later. It's like a search, and then gain 2 memory at some point, right? Which is not bad. So only costing you 1 memory to search essentially is really, really good. And then we have Amy Iba here. She cost you 4, which is a little more pricey, but start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. So throughout the game, you're going to recur that 4 memory. No problem. Your turn, when any of your Digimon digivolve into Digimon with the CS trait, if it has a Digivolution card with the same level as the Digivolved Digimon, by suspending this tamer, that Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the CS trait in the hand without paying the cost. So, if you have the same level, you get to Digivolve for free, which is really, really cool. It's going to help you get into your lines really easy. Now, getting into the main stars of the show, we have Kyoko. She is so cool in the games, guys. I'm telling you, she is awesome detective lady. Play cost of 5. This is your memory setter, so you get to go to 3. All turns when any of your level 4 or higher CS trait Digimon are deleted. By suspending this tamer, return 1 CS trait Digimon card from your trash to the hand. So she's getting you free value when your opponent destroys your Digimon. You get them back to your hand. And then it says, all your turn once returned when this tamer unsuspends. If you don't have Alphamon, this tamer may Digivolve into Alphamon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. So what you do is your opponent's going to clear your board, right? Then you will suspend her to return one of your CS trait cards from your trash to your hand. It's going to be your Alphamon, right? If they kill the Alphamon, you want to add it back to your hand. So that way, then at the start of your turn, she will unsuspend, and then if she does, if you don't have Alphamon, you can then use the Alphamon's effect to be able to Digivolve into her for reduced cost of 2, which is going to be really, really good combos to do. And then we have Rie Kishibe. I love her art, love her hairstyle, love her aesthetic. Really, really cool. Plays for 3. Start your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. So recursion of memory. And then it says, end of your turn once per turn by deleting one of your other Digimon or tamers with Knightmon in their text or the CS trait. So we don't have to run the Knightmon Ishin. We just run a lot of CS trait cards. This tamer may Digivolve into Lordknightmon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. So being able to warp into our Lordknightmons into the hand is going to be really, really fun. And then we just have Karime's Detective Agency. Really cool, nice throwback to the games here. Cost you 3. Play it in security into the battle area. It says, while you have a CS trait Digimon or tamer on the field, you may ignore its color requirements. And then main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 CS trait card among to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom. So it just says any CS trait card. So you get to get any CS trait card you want, add it to your hand, and then essentially it's just a memory boost. Delay gain 2 memory, really, really strong. All right, I'm getting to the spicy tech first. Ragna Lordmon. Now you cannot blast DNA hand counter Digivolve with this, I am aware. Okay, but it's too good not to run in this deck. I promise you, this card is going to go nuts in this deck. As soon as I was building this deck, I looked at the colors, I was like, wait, I can play Ragna Lordmon on this deck, and it's going to go hard. You can Digivolve for 5 on any of the level 6s, red or black. They both have black, so you can Digivolve on top of them. And then it has the DNA Digivolve for free, right? A red and a black. Level 6, Alphamon is your black. Lordknightmon is your red. But if you have 2 Lordknightmons, also you could just DNA Digivolve both of those together to bring out Ragna Lordmon. Really, really strong card. Raid, reboot. On play, when Digivolving, trash the top card of your opponent's security card, and this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's effects until the end of the turn. So you could do that without having a Digivolve. Just hard play, trash it. It's unaffected. You got a raid, reboot in it. Then, if DNA Digivolving, de-Digivolve one all your opponent's Digimon and delete one of their Digimon. So, if you DNA Digivolve, you get to DNA, like, swing in with your Alphamon, your Lordknightmon, do all your shenanigans. Maybe you need to go for one more swing in the game. DNA Digivolve them together, trash that last security they have. Then he's not affected by their effects. And then you get to de-Digivolve something that may be giving you a problem and then delete one of their Digimon. This is going to be your game finisher. And regardless, it's just an awesome ace to play down onto the board when you have to. But you cannot hand counter Blast Digivolve because that requires Durandamon and Brayway-Ludramon. But still a level 7 for the deck. We are running one of the Platinum Numemon. This is going to be a very generic level 6 for the CS trait. It Digivolves on any level 5 with the CS trait costs a 3, so you're going to want to throw this into any CS deck that you build because it is really, really good. If you played the games, you know that the Platinum Numemon, the Gold Numemon are the EXP cows in the game that let you just get a lot of experience, and they kind of play towards that in this card game. It says, on play, when Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP for the turn. That's pretty good. Digivolve minus something 8,000, you don't really care that much, or just hard play if they got something pesky trying to get rid of it, and then you can then use this guy later to DNA Digivolve into your Brayway-Ludramon if you need to, or your Ragnarlordmon if you need to. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, one of your other Digimon with the CS trait may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the CS trait in the hand without paying the cost. We have shenanigans that let us go straight into this guy from our level 4s, and then we use him to delete something, and then using his 3 costs of Digivolve lets us then Digivolve one of our other characters, our Digimon, without paying the cost in the hand, which is going to be pretty good. Just one of him, though, you don't want to see him too often because you want to play a 4 of the Alphamon and Lordknightmon. The Alphamon Digivolves for 4 to level 5 for 4 on a level 5 black or yellow Digimon. 12,000 DP, Holy Warrior, X Anybody, Royal Knight, CS trait. Digivolves on any level 5 with a CS trait costs a 3. While you have 3 or fewer security cards, you can then Digivolve it onto Kyoko Karime for a cost of 5. So you can then use her effect to Digivolve, but you have to have already taken a little bit damage. But it's like a comeback potential in the game, right? It has Reboot and Blocker, which is super strong. And then on play, when Digivolve and when attacking. This is not once per turn. Really, 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 really strong. So say you go to, Digivolve with her effect into this Alphamon, that's when Digivolving, minus something 5,000, and then you'll get to swing in, minus 5,000 again. And it says, all turns once a turn when this Digimon suspends, if Kyoko Karime is in this Digimon Digilicious cards, or if this Digimon stack has 2 or more same levels, it gets plus 3,000 DP to the end of your turn, then this Digimon unsuspends. So you'll Digivolve, minus 5, swing, minus 5, unsuspend, swing again, minus 5 again. That's minus 15,000 that you can spread across the board in any way you like. That is going to be really, really good, very, very versatile. This is your control kind of win potential card, whereas the Lordknightmon is going to be your value engine because it says, on play, when Digivolve, one of your Digimon gets plus 3 DP until the end of your opponent's turn ends. Then one of your Digimon may attack a player. So if you ever had to pass the turn with Digivolving, this is the one that you want to go into because then it lets you get the 3,000 DP to be able to boost, and then you can attack right over one of their bodies and then reboot in with it and then make your opponent, have to attack into this guy. Really, really strong. It says alternate host return when Digimon attack. Players reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one play cost 4 or lower black or red card among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So the rest go to the trash. Which is not as cool, but you have to do it, and you get to get bodies on the board. This is going to be the way that you can flood the board and also control it in a pretty decent aggressive way. It has raid and reboot. Man, if it had blocker too, that'd be really, really good. But you get your reboot blocker from the Alphamon. This duo together is really, really strong. Super cool. So, for our level 5s, we are running, 4 of the Rise Greymon that I mentioned in a previous video, 4 of the Vetamon, which is my first level of 5 Digimon in Digimon World 1. I love Vetamon. Really, really cool. Good memories of this Digimon here. But the Rise Greymon, is black and red. The Betamon's black, the Datamon's black. So regardless, they can all digivolve. And then the Razgreymon has CS in the trait, so you can then digivolve for the reduced cost on top of the Razgreymon from your Lordknightmon and Alphamon. If you wanted to run a different CS trait Digimons, you can, but I do like this Razgreymon being the main one, and then using an engine of the other two to let us then be able to do some other things, right? But regardless, it'll cost you 3 on top of this one. It'll cost you 4 on the others, but we don't really mind too much. What does this Razgreymon do? It gives us Security Tap +1, which is really, really good because we're going to have Reboot, be able to stand back up, and it has Raid, which is really, really good as well. And then when Digivolve, if you have one or fewer Tamers from your hand and without paying the cost, you may play one red or black Tamer card with a cost of 4 or less, or just any Tamer with the CS trait, right? So which it means all of our Tamers because they are all red and black, and then also CS trait. So whichever one you're missing, you get to play for free, which is a super, super strong being able to do that. And then being able to have the raid is going to be really, really good. Now, I really like this Vetamon. I know it's a newer card. I'm trying to use newer cards in this deck, and I do think that it is really, really cool. You could Digivolve on a Vegemon for a cost of 3, or level 4 with a DM trait for a cost of 4. But it would just cost you, a 4 on top of any level 4 with black. So you can go on top of the gold Numemon and the Gardromon with this effect, and you don't need to have to worry about it because it is just black, which lets you get in through it. The only thing that gets a little clunky here is that Razgreymon can go on top of any of these Digimon because they have black and red in the sources, and then also CS in the trait, so he doesn't have to worry about it. But the Datamon cannot go on top of the Togomon as well because they are looking for the DM traits, but I'm trying to use new cards. If you wanted to throw in some DM trait Digimon in here, you can. But I wanted to use these new guys. I think that their inheritables are really, really cool, and their effects are cool, so let's get into it, right? Whenever you're any version 2 trait Digimon to this card, for each of its face down Digimon cards, reduce the cost by 1, and it has Fragment 3. You're never really going to get the other effect to reduce it. That really doesn't matter. The Fragment 3 is pretty good. If you have 3 sources, you get to just, keep it alive. That is super strong. Being able to have a level 5 that your opponent's going to have a hard time getting rid of. And it also has a really good effect. It says, when Digivolve, when attacking, once per turn, Digivolve 1 when your opponent's Digimon. Then by trashing this Digimon's bottom face down Digivolution card, return when your opponent's play cost for a lower Digimon or Tamers to the hand. Now, we're not going to get that effect, but we can, de-digivolve one of our opponent's Digimon. We get that anytime it attacks and when it digivolves once per turn, which is really, really strong. But it says opponent's turn once per turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. That is why we're running this guy, because this inheritable is so good, keeping your opponent from being able to swing into us when we have our big blocker on the board, being able to let them, have to swing into it. It's going to be really, really good. But regardless, you don't have to have blocker, right? You just make them swing into any of your Digimon. It's going to be really, really strong. I think so anyways, but I'm trying to use the new cards. Can you use better cards? Yes. I'm giving you guys kind of a blueprint to go off of. You can replace these if you want to, but I'm using the Vetamon because I think it's going to be really fun and cool with the combination of the Lordknightmon and Alphamon. Make your opponent have to swing into your Digimon. It's going to be really good. But we do have another one. This is the new Datamon. It is a blocker on face value for a play cost of 6, which is actually pretty good. It'll digivolve onto any of your DM trait for a cost of 3. That is not relevant for us in this, but it cannot go on top of the Togomon, very importantly, but you can just hard play it for 6, and then on play when digivolve until your opponent's turn ends, their digivolve effects don't affect this Digimon, and it gets plus 1000 DP for each of its face down Digivolution cards. The face down Digivolution cards does not matter. It's just the on play they can't digivolve it, which is really, really good. I don't like that it has to be this Digimon. I really wish that he would let you put it on someone else. That way you have to hard play it. But at the end of the day, it's still pretty good being able to make your opponent not be able to digivolve. So you have another source of being able to stay healthy, stay strong, and keep your Digimon on the board while your opponent's trying to get rid of them, right? In the end of your turn, once per turn, you may choose one of your opponent's Digimon. Your opponent attacks with the chosen Digimon. So like you can see here, we're making them attack, and then we're making an attack into our Digimon. And then we're going to be pretty strong with the Lordknightmon here, right? Because it says all turns once per turn, when Digimon attack players, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you'll get to play a level 4 lower black or red card without paying the cost. So when we're going to make them swing into our Digimon, so that way we can then get values because they're going to attack the player. We get to switch that attack to us, but they already declared attack onto our life. But really, really cool. just interesting ways we can interact with our opponent. And then, being able to block with the Alphamon. Sorry, my foot was itching really, really bad. Is going to be really, really good too. But going down the line, we have 2 of the gold Numemon. This is the way we get to warp into our platinum Numemon here. It says, on play, when Digimon give one of your opponent's Digimon security type -2 until the end of their turn. Then as this Digimon stack has 2 or more of the same level cards, this Digimon may Digivolve to a platinum Numemon in the hand for a Digivolve cost 4, ignoring Digivolution requirements. So this is just a fast way for us to be able to give something -2 checks, hard play for 5, and then Digivolve into the platinum Numemon, which is really, really good. And it says, your turn was turn when this Digimon would Digivolve into Digimon card with CS trait, reduce the cost by 1, which is pretty good too, being able to, Digivolve, reduce costs. This card is pretty good. Giving something -security tag 2 is so strong. They can't do a whole lot about it. It Digivolves on a Numemon, a level 4 in the name, or a level 3 CS trait cost of 2. So you can go on top of any of your CS trait Digimon for a cost of 2, or the Numemon for a cost of 2. So in Numemon decks, this is going to be a really good card too. But the CS trait Digimon we are choosing to run that are level 4s is going to be 4 of the new BT22 Togemon. It has an inheritable. Your turn, this Digimon gets 2,000 DP. And then on play, when Digimon, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP for the turn. Then as this Digimon stack has 2 or more same level cards, this Digimon gains Raid and Piercing for the turn. So you're going to give it Raid and Piercing. You're going to be able to Digivolve to it for free because the rookies, the shenanigans of kind of doing, putting the source to Digivolve, and then when you would Digivolve, reduce it again. So you'll be able to Digivolve into this for free, give it Raid and Piercing, and then be able to go into a different line, and hopefully be able to, pop off from there. Really strong card, really, really good. The star of the show is definitely the Guardromon, though. Opponent's turn, this Digimon gets 2,000 DP, making your blockers even stronger, and it has on play when Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3,000 DP for the turn. Then as this Digimon stack has 2 or more of the same level cards, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can give something -3, and then Digivolve something else if you want to. Really, really good to note that the Lordknightmon lets you play these Digimon out, because they do, oh, no, you can't. Play cost 4 lower black cards. I misread that one, but it doesn't matter. You're going to get to play the Hagurumon out. Man, I misread that one bad. Well, I still think the deck will work, y'all. I still think the deck will work, so don't worry about it. Black or red cards among them. Oh, so we can't play the level 4s, but you can play the level 3s, which is going to be really, really good, being able to swarm the board out. So the Palmon, Agurumon, and Agumon are going to be the ones that you can play. You can't play the Terriermon, that's why I put it down to 1. And you can't play these guys, but you really don't care. You're going to get the rookies down, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But 2 of the Agumon on play, you may return 1 Digimon card with Greymon, Agumon, or Ornamon, its name from your trash to the hand. And then end of your turn, you get DNA Digivolve. This comes up for us to be able to do this techie play with the Ragnar Lordmon, right? Like how I told you before, you're going to have this guy in your sources. It comes up because it lets you add the Rise Greymon to your hand if it is indeed in the sources. And I think that being able to get that sneaky little tech of being able to end of the turn, get your effects, do all your stuff, do everything you're going to do, and then DNA Digivolve into the Ragnar Lordmon can be very, very impactful. Like I said, this is a toolbox deck. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything. So, CS trait, Terriermon, main once per turn, heritable by placing this CS trait, Digimon top stat card as bottom Digimon card, draw a card, which is really good. And it says your turn once per turn when effects place Digimon cards at CS trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. If you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 tamer card with a CS trait from your hand without paying the cost, so you get your tamers out for free. Digivolve and do all kinds of shenanigans. Your turn once per turn when effects place Digimon cards with the CS trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. And then the heritable main once per turn by placing this CS trait Digimon's top stat card as a spot in Digivolution card, you then draw a card, which is really, really good. And then you'll get the inheritable of her to gain a memory. So you go into level 4, use this effect to place it, draw a card, she'll let you gain a memory. So then you can it's like you're Digivolving for 1. Same inheritable here, main once per turn by placing the CS trait Digimon's top stat card at the bottom of the Digivolution card, you get to draw 1, and then your turn once per turn when effects place Digimon card with the CS trait in the Digimon Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3,000 DP for the turn, which is a good, strong, control aspect of it. And then for the eggs, we are running one of the Sunemon. It says once per turn, when any of your Digimon with the unidentified or CS trait are played, you get to draw a card. So when you have to force to play a CS trait card or any of the rookies off of the Lordknightmon, you get to draw a card during your turn. And then also the Wanyamon, which says your turn once per turn when effects place CS trait Digimon card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. It may digivolve into a CS trait Digimon card in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So you do your tucking shenanigans to gain him and redraw a card, then digivolve for reduced cost again, which is really, really good. I know these deck profiles have a lot of weird stuff going on, but I'm trying to make them interesting, trying to be a little like different about the deck profiles. I could give you guys some very generic, throw 4 of this, throw 4 of that, throw 4 of this, but if I throw in the engines in these deck profiles to get you guys thinking a little bit different about what you can do with the decks, there is a more streamlined way you could just run, Lordknightmon, Alphamon together by running their own respective older cards and some of the newer cards with the Rise Greymon. The Rise Greymon definitely has to be the one you run a 4 of with them because he does meet their requirements together and gives them both that extra security, that +1 with the reboot, but I do think that this will be a fun list to go off of. I love Lordmon as a tech, and I'm trying to make it work in the deck and have some fun with the Vedomon and the Datomon. But let me know what you guys think about this deck profile, and let me know what cards y'all are most excited to play with. I can't wait to make more CS cybereden deck profiles and get these cards. It's going to be really, really excited this weekend for the pre-release. But leave everything down in the comments below. Leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I will be seeing y'all soon in the next Digimon deck profile because I'm making a bunch of them. Peace.